Nom 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 nom. Oh, nom 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 nom. Hungry. Alrighty. So basically, I was informed that you were not too happy with Drainer coming back, and I just wanted to talk to you about that. To see how you're feeling now.
Still not happy about it. I feel like it was a giant fucking slap in the face. Especially having talked to Anita afterwards and finding out that people were supposed to talk to me before hiring him, but then just brought him on anyways before doing so.
So I guess I can tell you from my POV what the whole situation was. I had
you guys need 575
Drainer come up to me and basically say he wanted to work again. He apologized and did all this kind of stuff. I then said to him, okay, I'll push it forward and I'll see how it goes. It was me, Drainer, and I forget who else was in the room. I mean, sorry, no, me, Drainer and Snow were there as well. Snow was kind of like, yeah, I think we can give him another chance, etc., etc. He told me his side, and then he told me it had been a month since he'd been fired, and then it was like at least 10 days after that. I asked in the Command P&T channel, just seeing what the feelers were on it. I got responses back from Minerva, from Viv, and from... Fuck, who was the third person that was involved? I've completely forgotten.
I don't know.
But...
Minerva and Viv were the other two involved in the scenario, so...
Okay, well, there were 3 people that gave their like main opinions on it. They kind of gave me the TLDR on why he got fired. They said that he... so I came in and I said, what's the thoughts on it? He wants to be rehired. They said, well, this was why he got fired. He was disrespectful. He was rude to myself, Viv, and you as well. They told me all of that. And then they said that they were kind of happy with him being rehired as long as he apologized to everyone. And so I went ahead with it because he'd already been waiting a while. And so once he got hired, he, as far as I know, he has been trying to make the rounds and apologize to everyone. And I think he's been doing pretty good. So that was kind of, and I checked through your strike points, and it kind of had everything written in there of what happened as well. So I felt like I had the full context to make the decision, and everyone else kind of said that it was okay as long as he was rehired. As long as he did apologize and he was on a tight leash, which I've kind of kept him on, and I've keep coming back to him and talking to him about everything and seeing how it's going. That's from my perspective. And yeah, so I mean, I apologize if I didn't speak to you before, but from my perspective, I felt like I'd kind of got everything from what I needed from the situation that happened with you. From my perspective, it was like you'd kind of striked him, the situation had moved on. But if I didn't miss anything, then I do apologize, and I would like to hear that.
Yeah, no, the strike points, that was a very, very short summary of the things that he had said and done. It was more so when I had a chat with him, he straight up disrespected the chain of command, kept saying chain of command doesn't exist, was basically command shopping when afterwards, after I striked him. And then, yeah, the whole situation, Minerva she was getting on duty since he was an LSPD cadet, and I was just filling her in since that's her cadet to deal with. And it basically got so bad to the point of how he was talking to me that she started speaking up, and it was just flat out extremely disrespectful, not only to me or Minerva, but he was disrespecting like everybody above him essentially as a cadet. And then was extremely like rude and very like petty over radio publicly afterwards, which was the entire reason why it ended up getting like escalated to the point it did.
Yeah.
Him being rehired would have been fine with me had it not had it been followed through like Anita said it was supposed to like talk to us before he was hired, because I talked to Minerva about it and she said she really didn't even get talked to at all either, and that her and Viv had no say in it. And then I found out that Hayes didn't even know he was being rehired either.
Well, as far as I was aware, all 3 of them had said it was okay for him to be rehired as long as he apologized. And so that's why I went ahead with it, since he'd already been fired for a month, and it was at least like 10 more days after that until I actually responded to him. I didn't get to catch them necessarily in the city, because it's one of those times. It's difficult to catch anyone. It's taken me this long to be able to catch you, you know? And
We've been on duty together.
well, whenever I come on duty, I see you there. I'm about to catch you, and then you're off duty. So it's just we haven't really been able to like meet up. Today's the first day that I've actually been able to catch you because we've been on duty for a bit with each other. I'd check every morning, but regardless, from what I read with everyone, it was I got the go ahead to hire him, and maybe it was a misunderstanding that they wanted me to wanted him to apologize before he got hired. But since he's been waiting so long, I just thought he's a good officer. No one seemed to have a problem with his actual like policing, and so it'd be good to just get another body out on the field, and we can work with him and make sure he apologizes and work with his tone and all that kind of stuff while he's here.
Yeah, that was something Minerva said it was summed up as a quote unquote tone issue, which I feel like is a complete disregard for the things that he did. At this point, I don't really care that he's rehired. It just more so felt like a slap in the face, like from my own command and high command to rehire him without talking to me.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I do. I felt like I'd got all of the context that I needed after speaking to everyone in that channel and from him himself. And so I went ahead with the decision. And, you know, I appreciate you telling me about it all now. I don't think that would have really changed the decision and everything. And as you said, you're okay with it now. So hopefully we can all just move forward.
Yeah, sure. He has called me and he said his apology, and I said thank you for the call. That was a couple days ago.
Okay, that's good. Was the call okay?
I guess so. He just said that he was apologizing for what he did in the captain's office, and I just said thank you for the call, and that was it.
Okay. Well, that's good. Have you had any problems with him since he's been rehired?
Personally, no. I have seen that he's had some issues in his P&T channel.
Yes. Yeah, I've spoken to him about a few. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. All right. Great. Well, yeah. Wait. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
No. That's it.
Okay. Well, I think that's it. I'm glad I managed to catch you today. And you know, if you do have any more problems with him, then I've been keeping up to tabs with him, seeing what he's doing, and making sure that he is keeping his place. And yeah, just making sure he doesn't step out of line, you know. So yeah, if he does do anything, then let me know, okay?
Yeah, will do. I would say just in the future, I'd rather actually get like spoken to, as it just feels like you assumed that you had everything when you didn't.
There was like a lot of messages in the Discordia which felt like they gave me all of everything I needed to make the decision. I'd spoken to the P&T leads, the command people that were involved in it, and I felt like I had everything I did. And I don't feel like with you actually explaining it, I did miss any context with everything that I read.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go chase that S+. I'm sure you probably will too. I'm sorry, I'm not apologizing. No worries.
Charlie.
B93 will attach to the S+.